Hey guys, it's Donna Rudowitz, and welcome to Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond, a community like no other. And for my Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond sisters who have been with me and following me for a while, I wish you a very special day. And for those of you who are new to the community, you're in exactly the right place. At Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond, we're here to create not just great lives, but to create exceptional lives. And many years ago, when I went through my divorce and I decided to go through the divorce differently and then create a life post-divorce that was based upon a life that was soul-centered, a life that was coming from my heart. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and that's why I stepped into the work that I do, because there's no reason for you to make the same mistakes that I did. And this is also a little bit of a public service announcement to your soul and to your spirit to remind you just how worthy you are. So as women, we have the ability to multitask. We have the ability to manage many things at many times. And that's an honor because we could be a great mom, we could be a great sister, a great friend, a great employee, a great leader, a great manager. But all too often, we put our own self-development work on the back burner. It's that you wake up one morning and you feel compelled and you're like, yep, I'm ready to do this. And then before you know it, something else comes in the way, or someone else is more important, or you choose to go a different direction. And I am here just to nudge you back along to your path, because you, my friend, are one of the most important human beings on this planet. There is only one of you. And if you're walking around with a soul fracture, if you've been through a divorce or a relationship breakup, I equate it to walking around with a soul fracture. I equate it to being like a spiritual limp, is that there's a piece of you that is not yet reinvigorated. Your life may be back together. There may be pieces of it that is actually wonderful, but there also may be moments where you're stuck, or maybe perhaps there's still anger, or there's still forgiveness you need to work through, or maybe it's in your career is where you're noticing that the emotions and the pain of the past are showing up in your career and are not allowing you to take that next step or that next level to what you know you're capable of. And listen, it's time, right? The time is now. I remember reading this on a spiritual path not too long ago. And one of the quotes, or one of the passages, said that the time for your self-improvement and the time to live your best life is right now. Right now is the appropriate time. So I'm here to give you the loving reminder that you're worth living an exceptional life, not just accepting crumbs. You see, there's a buffet table that has the most delicious foods, almost anything that you could imagine. And yet, when we come into the buffet table, so many of us drop to the floor and start eating the crumbs, because that is what we're used to, or those are the patterns of behavior that we were conditioned to receive. And unless we learn how to break out of those patterns of behavior, unless we learn what a healthy relationship is and what it isn't, and what are the different levels of intimacy and the boundaries that are healthy boundaries, and what are good boundaries to establish, and what are boundaries that may actually repel your partner away. When is it really love, and when is it really when is lust masquerading as love and keeping you imprisoned and patterned in one bad relationship after the other bad relationship? Because it doesn't have to be that way, and it doesn't have to take years and millions of dollars. I know you guys, if you're like me, are in the self-development journey, that you're learning about yourself, so you see it out there, right? I'm not the only one that's teaching rapid transformational coaching, but what I will tell you is I am the only one that teaches it in this context, that helps you as a woman affected by divorce grab her life, grab the life, right? Your life by the horns, and take control again. So what I've been talking about the past few days is this journey. And I'm so happy that you're here with me, that we could kind of go on this journey together. And I'm calling it the journey of wealth. And this is where we are going to become, and we are, summer sisters, where we're going to spend 40 days together just going over the wealth of spirit, the wealth of love, the wealth of our bodies, the wealth of relationships, the wealth of how we're showing up in the world and what we want. And we're not going to operate in the masks that we've been so accustomed to operating with and to. So if you're not on my mailing list, put a comment below and I will make sure that you get signed up so you could be part of this 40-day journey with me. And of course, I'll be popping in here on Facebook to go over this journey and to be sharing. And the past couple of days, we learned about a few things. The first one, and the first concept we learned about, is simplicity. See, as women, we try to overcomplicate things, right? We make meaning out of things. Our emotions come into play. And that's the beauty about being a woman, is that this is all healthy and natural. But when it comes and it's overwhelming, that's when it hurts us. So one of the things I spoke about was simplicity, and that's focusing on the small and simple and manageable steps instead of making things complicated. The next concept of stepping into this journey of wealth of mind, body, and spirit together was optimism. And that was putting attention and energy towards solutions versus towards the problem. When we're solution focused versus problem focused, that's when miracles occur, and that's when we're able to see the forest through the trees. If we're focused only on the problem, we're just going to see obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. It's going to be very difficult to see the solution. It's going to be very difficult to see the opportunity. And this is where so many of us get stuck. It's because it's not that you don't have within you the ability to create this amazing life and be with your dream partner and have a great job and have enough money, as a matter of fact, more than enough to live the life you want. It's just that it's just like this a little bit away from you because you're focusing on the problem and you're not focusing on the solution. And the next piece that we learned over these past few days of our wealth journey was patience. And that's experiencing our journey fully and consciously as it's showing up in our life, and not trying to rush it or not trying to make it mean something or not trying to control it and say, great, thank you for showing up, but here's how I want to do it. So can we do it my way? Because you and I both know if we get in there and try to play God, the only thing that happens, it becomes a big mess. So I hope that you join me on this journey, and I want to let you know how important you are. And if my message resonates with you, there are plenty of ways that we could work together. So reach out to me. This is what I do. If you're ready to be coached and step into the next level of your life, then it's important that you work with someone who has the skills and the know-how and the wisdom to lead you. And I believe I have that for you. As a licensed clinical social worker, as a rapid transformational coach, my clients go through transformation in just 12 weeks. And I'd love to have you as part of our Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond family. So again, if my message resonates with you, great, reach out to me. Let's work together. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.